The hero frowned, puzzled. PR? Is that like experience? He thought. Just then, a system window popped up. System notice. Improve relationships with key characters to earn PR. He turned to Javier, and something strange hovered over the man's head. Javier's interest level in Lloyd, -30. That's really low, Lloyd muttered nervously. Trying to fix things, he turned to Javier with a forced smile. You're really handsome, you know? Javier raised an eyebrow. I know. Javier's interest level, -31. Lloyd winced. Yeah, this is going downhill fast. He turned away, deciding to stop before things got worse. A moment later, he looked over a document in surprise. The customer is the innkeeper, and the contractor is me? He said aloud. Smiling, he added, the cost of construction will be deducted from the compensation for the damage I caused. The innkeeper stared at him with a stone-cold expression. System alert. The innkeeper does not trust you. Skill activated. Mental wall. Lloyd frowned. Not even a shred of trust? Fine. I'll just use that trick. He activated his characteristic, insignificance. With a forced grin, he said, We'll be seeing each other often. We should start trusting each other. The innkeeper finally moved, scribbling on a piece of paper. Lloyd chuckled internally. This trash skill actually worked. He smiled and thought, the first contract is signed. Javier glanced at him, still suspicious. You made a good choice, Lloyd said smoothly. You won't regret it. Later, holding a shovel, Lloyd considered his next steps. It's not a grand plan, so no need for perfect calculations, he mused. Hey, Javier called out. Lloyd turned. You blackmailed the innkeeper and designed the contract yourself? Javier asked, frowning. That's a new level of tyranny. Raising an eyebrow, Lloyd asked, Have you heard of cognitive distortion? What? Cognitive distortion happens when your brain is full of stereotypes and negative thoughts. You assume that if something was bad in the past, it'll be bad again. Javier stared at him. That's not a stereotype. That's experience and statistics. But aren't both of those still in the past? Lloyd replied. Javier blinked. Did he really just say that? Since when did he think so clearly? Then Lloyd smiled and said, Let's make them smile. He stuck the shovel into the ground. The innkeeper and his mother, they'll both smile. He dug, lifted soil, compacted it, and repeated. His shovel moved with purpose. Their smiles will be the foundation of my success, he thought. Hammering nails, Lloyd assessed the wooden frame. The mansion's leftover lumber is perfect for the central frame. He applied river clay and wiped sweat off his brow. Ugh, my body's so weak. Javier approached. You did this fast. Javier was surprised. He's really building this? How? Did he actually intend to honor the contract? For a guy like him, impossible. My bones are aching, Lloyd groaned, but no time to rest. As he picked up the axe, he staggered. Javier caught him. I'll do it, Javier said. Cut boards, 1 span wide, 2 spans tall, Lloyd instructed. Javier nodded, lifted the logs, and with a single precise swing, chopped perfect boards. Lloyd stared, jaw dropped. He's definitely a sword master, Lloyd thought. He doesn't even need modern tools. Lloyd clapped him on the shoulder. Help me dig? Javier frowned. He didn't even thank me, just made me work. Did I forget what kind of guy he is? Javier's interest level, -32. Regret triggered. Lloyd leaned closer. Did you help out of curiosity? You thought I'd cheat someone? But how? You want to see the result, right? He smirked. Then let's finish what we started. Together. Javier sighed. He's kind of right. He's been acting different, but I still can't trust him. And yet, he started digging. Both of them did, side by side, sweating under the sun. Lloyd finally plunged the shovel in triumphantly. Construction complete. He turned to the sky and struck a dramatic pose. Javier squinted. What's that symbol? My brand logo, Lloyd grinned. Now, it's time for the inspection. Let's see how I fooled the innkeeper. The house stood finished. Smoke rose gently from the chimney. Inside, the innkeeper's elderly mother sat on the floor, smiling. "How nice it is here! My joints finally feel at rest," she said peacefully. The innkeeper's eyes widened. "How is this possible?" Lloyd smiled to himself. The people of this world, they're so easy to surprise. "This heated floor feels like magic," the old woman whispered. The innkeeper looked at Lloyd. "Thank you. I haven't seen her smile in years." Javier stared, stunned. He made her smile. He actually worked hard, fulfilled his promise, and his whole attitude changed in just a morning? Javier's interest level, -29. Lloyd smiled and looked around. "Maybe I'm not such a piece of trash after all." "No," he said aloud. "I'm sure I'm not." He glanced at the house again. "Even if I'm in the red, it doesn't matter. This house is my advertisement." A few days later, a crowd formed outside the model house. One villager stepped out, wiping sweat from his brow. "It's so warm inside I thought I'd melt." Lloyd grinned, slapping the table. "Not bad, right? Don't you want one in your own yard?" He handed over some papers. "Model A, separate building. Model B, house remodel. Sign both. Get 10% off." The man hesitated. System alert. Villager does not trust Lloyd. "We'll see each other often," Lloyd said. "You should trust me. At that price, it's practically a gift." Just then, someone called out. The man turned. "Father?" His father approached, staring at Lloyd. Father's interest level, -20. Lloyd smiled nervously. "Here we go again."